we got the first tip of the day. It's a $15 tip from BB Phil. Wow, BB Phil's all over the place. BB Phil with super chats and BB Phil with a tip. Thank you, BB Phil, for the first tip of the day. I couldn't find the dollar sign. I don't know where the hell it was. I missed it like 7 times in a row. Okay, so BB Phil says the following. Final attempt to salvage Phil's feast for Europeans. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. I understand we can't buy the exact same meal for the same chef. Can you announce at 1 p.m. what you're having? From a local place you're getting. Are you going to get some kimchi or bibimbap or whatever else? I live in a big city. I could at least attempt to match the dish. Even though my bibimbap would be very different, it still feel more like we're having a meal together. Also, ordering at 4 p.m. on your end, you'll have to announce the order at 1. I don't even know. Here's the thing. My wife and I probably won't even know what we're doing till the night before. Just being honest. Like, we'll probably look at food the week and then decide the night before. We'll probably end up, like, ordering the night before because you can order ahead of time. So that way, it's already set up and we don't have to, like, rush to do it or whatever. Well, I have no idea what we're doing right now. Maybe I could tell you during that stream. We'll see. But I don't know. Sometimes I just like to have it be a mystery because then it's the element of surprise when I do it and people are more interested, right? Like, what if I announced, I'm getting a big sandwich and people will be like, sandwiches aren't that interesting, and then people won't tune in. But if I don't say what it is, then more people will say, oh, I wonder what Phil ordered for food, and he'll show up to see what it is during that segment, right? So, and by the way, I'm not saying I'm getting a sandwich. We're probably not getting a sandwich. It'd probably be something else from a restaurant that, you know, more fancy or something. We'll have to see. But anyway, do you see my point? If I know ahead of time and I feel like telling you, I will. But I don't know. Right now, I have no clue what I'm going to do. Okay? Okay. So thank you, BB Phil, for the first tip of the day. I really appreciate that. See, Don Finucci says, do some authentic Italian. Get some eggplant parmesan and calamari. You know, I wish. I seriously wish. There just aren't many real Italian restaurants out here. And what I mean by that is, I'm serious about this now. The most popular Italian restaurant out here in this area of the country is Olive Garden. That's terrible. Olive Garden is awful. It is so fake. It is totally not real Italian food in any way, shape, or form. It's basically a bastardization, an American knockoff. It's absolutely fucking terrible. Okay? I hate it. I've had it like 3 times in my life, and every time I've said maybe they've changed and improved, and every time I go to get it and I'm like, what the fuck did I do to myself? Right? It's the same as going to like Red Lobster and expecting you're going to get authentic, awesome quality Italian food. Because if you don't know, Red Lobster and Olive Garden are exactly the same company. They just brand their food differently, but it's the same exact company. That's why all the food sucks. Anyway, so there are a few Italian restaurants out here that aren't bad, but they're just too far away. Like, they're way far away. One of them is like 45 minutes away. One of them, again, is like 40 minutes away. So none of the delivery places will get food from them. They're all considered out of range. So we can never get Italian food. Like, we never do. We haven't had Italian food in years. I think since Kat moved in with me in 2018, we've maybe had Italian food a grand total of 4 times. Now, I'm not counting pizza, by the way. I'm just saying real sit-down Italian restaurant food. We've only been at like maybe 4 times. So, excuse me. Whew. You could make it. I mean, yeah, of course I could make Italian food. I could make my own sauce and we could have pasta, but what's the point? The point was that we're ordering food for my birthday. Now I'm making food on my birthday. I don't have a favorite pasta. I think that pastas are good in different situations. Like, if I'm at a restaurant and I'm ordering a main dish like a chicken parm and they offer me a side of pasta, I prefer like a side of spaghetti or a side of linguine with just a basic marinara. If you were asking me, well, what about a dish that has like other stuff in it, like meat and stuff, then I probably prefer like a short noodle pasta, because that way I don't have to be slurping it up with stuff going all over the place with other ingredients and making a big mess, you know, like maybe a rigatoni or penne or something like that. But I also like other pastas that are like stuff like I like Not ravioli. What's the little one? Tortellini. I like tortellinis. I think tortellinis are great. You know, and you can have meat in those. You can have cheese in those. There's all kinds of different pastas that are amazing. So I really don't have a particular favorite. I think that they're all good in different things. Do I like risotto? You know, I've only had risotto a few times. And usually it was like as a side or something. So I don't think that I've ever had like a major, oh, I just ate a risotto for dinner. So I don't really know. I'd have to get a good risotto from someone that knows what they're doing, I think, to make a comment on it. Squid ink risotto? That sounds interesting. I wonder if it tastes very different. If it's just the coloring because it has the squid ink in it, or if it legit tastes like a flavor because the ink tastes like something. I don't know. Yeah, the classic DSP beam, I prefer a penne. Because it's easy to eat. I don't even remember saying it, but I must have said it at some point and someone made a meme out of it, right? I don't remember actually saying it, though. Mm. I should get back to the East Coast. Why would I want to do that exactly? When I lived on the East Coast, all right, the weather was atrociously bad. The prices were sky high. The taxes were sky high. It was overpopulated, overcrowded. The only benefit was like the food. And of course, my parents being there. But that's it. Like there was nothing else of value there. Okay, there was one other thing. I miss diner food and I miss small independent restaurants doing good food like American style. Like I like going to Duchess. I like going to Tomlinson's. I liked going to diners in the area and sitting down and just getting a fresh plate of food. They don't have that kind of stuff out here because out here it's all Asian culture. Because when Asians come to the United States, they go to this airport over here, SeaTac, and a lot of them just settled here when they came to the States. So all the restaurants around here are primarily from the Asia. So you've got all kinds of, Japanese, Chinese, Filipino, Vietnamese, Hawaiian, Indian, and then even some Mediterranean. There's like some Mediterranean restaurants, but it's like, where's the Italian restaurants? They don't exist. Where's the American style fare? Like an actual American style diner doesn't exist. That's not out here. So that's what it's like. It's like very cultural stuff, which is good. It's good to have that cultural flair and variety. But then when you just want to go back, it's like, all right, I just want something more basic American. Oh, it's not here. Like, oh shit. Well, that sucks. All right, what are you gonna do? So anyway, yeah, that's what I miss. So I would say that I miss true Italian food. I miss American fare food, and I miss my parents. That's what I miss about the East Coast. Outside of that, there's no reason for me to go back to the East Coast at all. At all. Let's see here. I received a $2.22 tip from a huge throbbing penne. He says, have you had any interest in watching the Emperor romance scene in Baldur's Gate 3? No. Absolutely not. I think that was one specifically for Japanese people who prefer the tentacle persuasion, I think they call it. But I have no interest in seeing that. Thanks. Let's see here. I received a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man.